the first time I ever really worked out in the joint, oh, actually it was in jail before I went to the joint or prison. I did something like three sets of 5 push-ups I could muster, and some of them were on my knees. So 3 sets of 5 push-ups and maybe a total of like 16 sit-ups. So not much. The total body of work was not much. As a matter of fact, at this time, I had a release for a bottom bunk because I was so out of shape that I could not, it was a liability to the jail for me to heft my sorry ass onto a top bunk. They had to give me a medical release for a bottom bunk. But here I was with nothing at the beginning of this workout number 1, we'll call it. Nothing, I have nothing. But at the end of it, it's not much, but it's something. That's day 1. 2 weeks later, that situation has improved. In much the same way my addiction did. The progress became very linear. And in this way, it was much more quantifiable, measurable. How am I growing? How are my thoughts growing? That's hard, that's nebulous, it's kind of squishy. How am I developing as a person, as an emotional being? That's also nebulous. But with physical exercise, I can track what I'm doing, and 3 weeks later, I'm doing sets of 10. And then a month later, I'm working out for 45 minutes. 2 months later, I'm working out for an hour and a half. 5 months in, I'm working out for a couple hours a day, breaking it up. So exercise is a creative process, and for me, it was a way to, it was a very important way showing that I was developing somehow, that the progress was measurable, it was quantifiable, and as human beings, just by looking at the form of the body, the design, we are meant to move. Our bodies were designed for multi-joint, multi-planar, dynamic movement against the force of gravity over distance. That's what we are designed to do. We are built that way. We are a system of integrated systems that only operate best in the presence of movement or exercise. And so exercise then, as it is today, was hugely important for me.